This video is for mothers who have girl children who are not up to the age of menstruation, like they have not started menstruating. Don't bother about my English in this video, just listen to what I want to say. I'm just going to go straight to the point. If you have a girl child and the child has not started menstruating, maybe she's still at the age of 8. Some children start menstruating at 9 years. Maybe your child is still at the age of 8. It's good for you to be in this child's life, or if you're not in the child's life, it's good for you to leave the child with somebody whom you're sure that can actually educate the child on how she can take care of herself when her menstruation starts. I have a child. My daughter is 11 years, few months today. When she was writing her common entrance just few months ago, a month ago, I was called. Then she was just 11 years, few days. I was called by her teacher in school. When I arrived, her teacher told me she was sick. So when I arrived there, her teacher was like, she has been having cramps and she feels that it's menstrual cramps. And I was like, oh my God, menstrual cramps? Like, a lot of things started running in my head, but I could not tell the teacher then. So she just asked me to take the child home. I took the child home. While on our way home, I was like, well, God, what's this? I've never taught this child how to use pads. I've never really like sat her down to tell her about menstruation or anything. How is she going to cope if actually it's menstruation? Like, I was embarrassed for her. Like, it's something like I was scared and embarrassed. I cannot really explain the feeling, but I felt a type. So I asked her what was happening. She told me she was really feeling pains and she could not walk that day. She could barely walk like straight. So I took her to a pharmacist and she explained what was happening to her, how the pains were, the pain she was feeling. She explained everything to the pharmacist, and the pharmacist said it could be worms, that it was not the kind of pain that could be menstrual cramp, like it was warm. So she gave her drugs that day and she took, and since then I've not heard anything about her complaining about her stomach. But I just felt from that day that I needed to take it as an obligation to start teaching my daughter about menstruation, because it could happen anywhere. And imagine you have not taught her, she will really be scared. Because mine happened to me when I started menstruating at the age of, like, I think it was 14 or 15, like that, and I was really scared. I was scared. Like, I felt sick that day. I felt sick, even though I already knew about it, but I felt sick. I felt embarrassed. I felt everything. I could not even, like, I was sitting, I stayed put on one place. I stayed put because it happened to me in school. So I want to really say that if you have a girl child who has not started menstruating and it's your first girl child, that she don't have elder sisters that have already reached that stage that can teach her about that, I think you should really take it serious to put her down, start teaching her on how she should teach her what menstruation is, make her to understand that it's normal, it happens to every lady. But it's not easy to put your child down and face her, because when I started it's like I was so ashamed. I didn't even know how to start talking to her. I didn't even know how I could start talking to her, but I did it. I asked her about parts. I brought a part there. I asked her. She has been seeing my kid sisters using parts. She has been seeing me using it, but she does not. Children, if you don't tell them, some children will not even understand that that's something they're supposed to come, like they will use someday. So you have to, like, educate her on it, what menstruation is, why menstruation comes, if menstruation don't come, this is what is there, this all those things. Like, you will not go far, but as time is going, you just have to know how you put it to her. Teach her how to start using parts if it happens to her. Make her to understand that it has no particular place to happen. It can happen in anywhere where when it's that time. It can happen anywhere. She can be in school, she can be in church, she can be playing with her friends. It can happen anywhere. Teach her how to handle it when it happens, and for her to understand that it's normal with every lady. Like, I just had a way that I had to teach my daughter and make her to understand that without this menstruation you may not have a baby. If I did not menstruate, I would not have had you. So I passed through this too. That's why you are there, and you have to pass through it too to have your own kids. Like, they are still kids, we can't go that broad, but we teach them as they are growing up. And I believe with the little knowledge that they'll teach them in biology too, you increase that, and with time too, we make them to understand that with this menstruation they have to be careful meeting with a man and all that. But I think at that early stage, you just have to make it brief. Brief, because if you overgo and speak like too much, or they may get scared, instead. So you have to know how to handle it. You have to know how to handle it. So I really like to say, if you have a child who is about to menstruate, you should make it an obligation to have time to check on her, ask her what's happening, ask her if somebody touched her, ask her all those things. And if you cannot do it, make sure she's with somebody that can take care of her, that can actually ask her and take, like, put it serious, like take care of her and ask her or teach her that menstruation will soon come, and this is menstruation, this is what menstruation is, this is what it comes like. It can come for this number of days, it can start anywhere. It's very, very important. I'm not going to make this video long, but it's very important for us to start teaching our kids all that, especially those kids that are already 8 years. 8 years, I feel like you should start breathing her at 8 years. It depends on you. Some children start menstruating at 10, 11, 12, like that. Some children start menstruating the same age that their parents start, but your child can still start even before you. So for me, I feel like if your child is 8, you should just be throwing those words. Menstruation. Do you know what menstruation is? Do you know why I'm using this part? Do you know why I'm doing this? You get, just like that, to be briefing her, so that when it comes, if you're telling her, you just tell her that this is that thing I was talking about. So this is what you have to do now. Yeah. Thank you.